Good morning, students. Anil here again from the Radiant International School to explain you about adaptation in plants. In previous video, I already explained you many things about adaptation in plants like terrestrial plants, aquatic plants. Okay, this all thing I explain you. So today with animation I will explain you about adaptation in plants.
Adaptation in plants. We can see coconut trees if we go to Goa or Kerala and pine trees in the hilly regions of North India. You may wonder why these trees are so different from each other. Different plants grow in different types of soil at different places in different atmospheric conditions. Some plants grow on land while some plants grow in water. To suit the climate of a place, plants change themselves. The special characteristics that enable plants to grow and survive in a particular environment are called adaptations. For example, the lotus plant has adapted itself to grow and live in ponds. A cactus plant grows in deserts. It has adapted itself to store water. Now, let us find out how plants differ from each other according to their surroundings. Terrestrial plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. We can see different types of terrestrial plants according to different landforms.
Plants in plains.
Some trees such as neem, banyan, mango and peepal grow in the plains. They have broad leaves. They do not shed their leaves in winter and continue to grow new leaves again in summer. Some plants such as teak, shisham and sal grow best in places which experience hot summers. They shed their leaves once in a year. They are called deciduous trees.
Plants in marshes. Some trees such as sundari, also called mangrove, grow in marshy places where the soil is sticky and clayey. Their roots cannot breathe in the waterlogged soil. So, they have breathing roots that grow above the ground and contain small air holes that enable the roots to get air. Plants in hills.
Some trees such as cedar, cypress, fir, spruce and pine grow in very cold and hilly places. You can see them in hilly areas like Darjeeling, Ooty and Kashmir. These trees have needle-like leaves and cones in places of flowers. Such trees are called conifers. Some conifers such as pine, cedar, etc. do not shed their leaves in any season. So, they are known as evergreen trees.
Plants in deserts.
Some plants such as cactus, babool, mesquite bush, etc. grow in deserts. Deserts are generally hot and extremely dry areas. There is very little water available for plants in deserts. Plants in these areas adapt according to these conditions. Some desert plants such as cactus have spongy and soft stem for storing water. Acacia plant has small leaves that has less exposed surface area and reduces water loss from their leaves.
The roots of desert plants are able to absorb even very small quantities of available water. The roots of plants such as mesquite bush can grow 20 meters down to reach water. Plants in
Coastal areas. Plants such as coconut and palms have high water requirements, so they grow in coastal areas. They can grow well in humid areas and salty water. The seeds of these plants are easily carried away by water to far away places. Aquatic plants. Some plants grow in water. Plants that grow in water are known as aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are of three kinds. Floating plants. Some water plants such as water hyacinth, duckweed, etc. float on the surface of the water. They have light and spongy stem which helps them to float on water. Fixed plants. Plants such as lotus have roots which are fixed at the bottom of the pond. They are known as fixed plants. They have broad leaves and hollow stems. The leaves have stomata on their upper surface through which they breathe. Their leaves can float on the surface of the pond. Underwater plants. There are some plants that grow and remain completely under the water. Tape grass, hydrilla, seaweed, etc. are underwater plants. These plants have narrow leaves with no stomata. They are able to breathe through their surface. They are also called water cleaners because their breathing helps to keep the water clean. Some special and unusual plants. Insectivores. There are some plants such as pitcher plant, Venus flytrap plant, and sundew plant that trap and eat insects. They are called insectivores. The leaves of sundew plant have tentacles which are covered with a sticky substance at the top. When an insect lands on the sticky tentacles, it struggles to free itself, which stimulates the tentacles to tighten their grip on the insect. Parasites. Some non-green plants such as dodder plant, cuscuta, survive on other plants. They obtain food from the host plant. They are called parasites. Saprophytes. Some non-green plants such as mushrooms, molds, etc. absorb nutrients from decaying and dead plants. They are called saprophytes. Uses of plants. We know that plants are very useful for us. Some uses of the plants are listed below. Plants provide us food such as fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, beverages, nuts, etc. Medicines are also obtained from plants. We get fibers such as cotton, jute, and flax from plants. We get oil from the seeds of various plants. The wood obtained from plants is used to make furniture. Rubber tree gives us latex, which is used to make rubber tires and other things. Know this: the sundew plant wraps its victims in its tentacles and suffocates them in slime within 10 seconds.
So now let's start MCQ. Okay, your first MCQ is mango, shisham people grow in. They grow in which region? Hills, water, plains. Which region? Answer is plains. Second, Nilgiris and Darjeeling are famous for pine trees, cactus plants or tea plant. They are famous for tea plant. Third, it is blank is a floating plant. From this, which is the floating plant? Duckweed, lotus, water lily. So, answer is duckweed is a floating plant. So, next it is complete the following statement. In that first, plants that grow on a land are called, I already explained you in this video, plants that grow on land. It's called which plant? Terrestrial plant. Okay. Second, the cactus plant has adapted itself to store water in its spines. Answer is spines. Third number, blank tree grows well by adapting to the warm regions in the plain. So answer is deciduous. Fourth number, blank are plants with flexible stems which have air spaces. Answer is floating plants. Fifth number, Mangrove swamps are common in blank area. Which area? Marshy area. So today in worksheet, it's given MCQ and complete the following statement. So that you have to complete. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe, beta.